Coffee Break, today's tidbit.
And back joining us live for Coffee Break. Today's tidbit is Angela. Angela, hello to you.
Hi, SJ. Happy birthday.
Oh my God. I'm not very good at those stuff.
What?
Like getting the birthday.
Just say thank you.
So like knowing that Taeyong's been bothering me all day. Mm-hmm. Just keep walking by, wishing me a happy birthday every single time. It's
You don't like it? You can just say thank you. Because
I don't know how to respond to it.
That's why people are doing it to you.
Oh, gosh.
You turned in from a frog to a princess for your birthday.
Oh, snap. What? A frog? Not a prince, but a princess? Oh, man. Angela, what's our tidbit today?
Well, who's your hero, SJ?
My hero?
Yeah. Never meet your heroes.
Never meet my parents?
Yeah.
Never meet my parents? How is that?
Besides.
I don't know. You know what? I've never thought of that.
Really?
I've never had a hero. I had role models or people I looked up to, but not like heroes. Heroes? What about you? You have heroes?
No, I don't.
See? Isn't that weird?
Huh. Now that you've mentioned it, no, I was going to joke extraordinary heroes, but
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
but I'm asking because today's tidbit is going to be about a real hero.
Okay.
But, not in the usual version, I guess. It's about meeting a hero as a human being. Can you guess? Think of national hero.
Oh, definitely. Lee Sun-shin.
Yes.
Admiral Lee Sun-shin. Probably, he's long considered like number one, isn't he? Right,
you got
national
it.
hero
You got
number
it at
one.
one. The one and only Admiral Lee Sun-shin. And the reason I'm bringing him up today is because there's a special exhibition at the National Museum of Korea right now called 우리들의 이순신 or Our 이순신.
Okay, all right. So National Museum in Yongsan. I mean, we've talked about museums before,
Yes.
but this has become a really hot place recently.
Yes, and the latest exhibition might fuel that popularity. The latest exhibition opened on November 28th and runs until March 3rd. It's in the museum's special exhibition hall too.
So what makes this exhibition different from like the usual great general content?
Well, the whole point of the exhibition is to step away from the myth-only version of Lee Sun-shin and look at, the human side of him. The records, the human fears he had, the responsibility he carried, and, the familial love he had, the human side of him that we don't get to see often.
Okay, so not the admiral side.
Yes.
But the person.
Exactly.
Okay, so give us the scale first. Like, how big is this exhibition?
It's actually really huge. It's the largest Lee Sun-shin related display the museum has ever done. 258 artifacts, 369 pieces, including major national treasures, will be exhibited. And there's something especially rare in this one.
Okay, like what?
This is the first time that a large set of artifacts from Lee Sun-shin's descendants collection has come to Seoul. And the exhibition includes 20 artifacts and 34 individual pieces held by his family line.
Oh, snap. That's right. He was married. He had kids.
Yeah, of course.
And the generations and generations have passed. Okay, what's the centerpiece?
So the centerpiece is the handwritten 단증 일기, which is Lee Sun-shin's war diary.
Oh.
I have a photo of it prepared. There's showing 7 volumes of his original handwriting, and it's considered the highlight because it doesn't read like a legend. It really reads like a person.
So if you've watched Roaring Currents, there is a scene where he's writing diaries and stuff like that. And this is the actual diary written by Admiral Lee Sun-shin.
Exactly.
Whoa.
So you can see, isn't it weird to think that Lee Sun-shin actually wrote all that?
Dear Diary.
It actually is kind of like that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because you see him as a son as a father inside the diary. In one entry specifically, June 12th, 1593, he writes about pulling out white hair and connects it to having an elderly mother above him. So it's really such a small sentence, but it's, literally aging, duty, and filial worry packed into one line. And it's also very relatable to this day.
No, it's real, right? I mean, he's not just talking about war and I'm at something ocean and
Yeah.
I'm fighting the
It's just,
Japanese.
the everyday.
It's like, I got white hair. I'm getting old.
And there's also sad stuff in it too.
Okay, so what else is in the diary?
So a lot about his family. For instance, in 1597, when he hears about his son's death, he writes that his insides burned and tore, 간담이 찢어지다 in Korea. And that one night felt like a year. So that's not a side of him we see often in media.
No, that's very real. That's
Yes.
very real. So the exhibition makes him seem like a person outside of the admiral title.
Exactly. And it's not only the diary, there's also 임진 장초, which is a collection of 61 official reports he submitted to the court between 1592 and 1594 that's being exhibited. Also a national treasure. And it shows how precise Lee Sun-shin was as, an official, really, a government official. Even in victory reports, he would list people's names from enslaved servants to commanders so that they could be rewarded, and explains why his people trusted him so much. He didn't just win, he also remembered everything that happened and was very precise to really report it to his uppers.
Again, he is widely considered as one of the most successful
Yes.
admirals, right? You often hear about Horatio Nelson and Admiral Lee Sun-shin in the same sort of sentence as some of the
yes.
greatest war heroes. But the museum also has visually powerful artifacts too.
Absolutely. So there are two long swords, 장검, being exhibited. They're about 2 meters long each, likely ceremonial rather than for practical use. And they were made in April 1594 by two makers, 태기련 and 이무생. And you can see inscriptions on them. I've prepared photos. They are very dramatic inscriptions. One line is basically 삼척서천 산하 동색, which means with the 3-foot sword, I swear to heaven, mountains and rivers tremble. Another is 이리소탕 혈염 산하. With one swing, I sweep it away. Blood dyes the mountains and rivers. So you can see how courageous, how, the admiral general side of him, and this is being exhibited. You can just feel the force of it.
Guys, you can't even put a price on something so cool like this. I mean, with the one foot wand, I swear to heaven, mountains and rivers will laugh at me. What else is that's really cool, by
Yeah,
the way.
it is.
What else is in the exhibition?
There are weapons recovered from the seas of Myeongnyang and Norang, things like fragments of cannons, including examples from those battle waters. And really interestingly, there's a peach-shaped cup and saucer set. It's really cute. It's believed to be a gift from a Ming commander, which shows a surprisingly modest personal taste of Lee Sun-shin.
It is very modest.
Yes.
It is very modest. Again, you could probably imagine seeing that this was used by him. It's, again, priceless. Any other notable pieces?
And also, there's a famous painting that was split called 정외기 공도병. It was originally one work, but the first half ended up in Sweden's Museum of Far Eastern Antiquities, and the latter half is held by the National Museum of Korea. And for the first time in this exhibition, the two halves reunite in one space and look whole again. So you can only see it in whole if you visit the exhibition.
Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Admiral Lee Sun-shin, again, for Koreans, is arguably the most respected.
Yes, he is the hero of Korea.
Yeah, number one, right? And so all of this has to be just an incredible artifact. And I really do want to check it out, guys. We're going to continue to talk about this exhibition, ladies and gentlemen. But first, this is NCT 127 with Kick It, Young. All right, we're talking about, again, the most respected hero in all of Korea. Talking about Admiral Lee Sun-shin. This exhibition, I have to say, with all those artifacts, I want to check it out.
Yeah, and, in case people don't know what he looks like, there's a very famous, picture of him. And
A portrait?
portrait of him. This
Let's
is
check it
Lee
out.
Sun-shin.
All right. So he's got the red one, which is the highest level.
Yes, exactly.
And his face.
No, this is the image we usually think of him. But
Is he a Jeonju Lee? Too?
I don't know.
I gotta look that up. I wonder if he's a
Maybe
Jeonju
you should
Lee
look
too.
it up. But this is the image we usually think of him. But this exhibition really shows the side of him, the human side of him. Not just the admiral.
And he had fashion sense too. Look at that. He got the leopard print in the back. He was a fashionable guy. No, it seems like what is it? it's like a coat, right? Like one of those fur coats he's got on the back. Or, oh no, that's part of the chair.
Yeah, it's part of the chair. I think it shows how high up he was.
Yes. And so you could, and I mean, if you look at his like career and his like his biography, I mean, there was a lot of people that went against him too. So he went from really almost losing his life.
We're going to get into that, actually.
I got too ahead of myself. I respect them. That's why. But how's this exhibition designed, though?
Well, you know how Korea likes immersive exhibitions. There's a soundscape made from recordings of the seas Hansan, Myeongnyang, and Norang rearranged to fill the space. There are large visuals that show cannon firing and tactics, so it's easier to understand what the records describe.
Okay, so now I got two kids.
Yes.
I'm definitely not going there with my daughter. My son's maybe old enough. This exhibition children-friendly too.
Yes, take your son. Yes. There's a learning space where kids can do things like making multicolor print postcards and trying digital activities. And during winter break, there are programs like a children's Dawson course and even puzzle-style games, so very children-friendly.
Oh, postcards, guys. Remember, postcard challenges, draw postcards. So we could put it up on the back here, guys. Looking forward to that. All right, so it sounds like they really want families to come together for this.
Yes, and you know, they actually are. The exhibition reportedly passed 22,400 visitors within 6 days of opening.
Oh, wow. That's like 3,500, more than 3,500 people per day. That's a lot.
That's fast math.
It's Asian in me. So before we move on here, practical info. When can people go?
The exhibition runs until March 3rd, 2026. Hours are 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. On Wednesday and Saturday, it's open until 9 p.m., so you have plenty of time to search it. And tomorrow, December 16th, is actually free admission, marking the day of Lee Sun-shin's death at Battle of Noryang. Yes, based on the solar calendar, which is why I chose it to discuss it today.
Oh, thank goodness my mom didn't give birth to me a day later. Imagine my birthday forever being linked shadowed by the death of Admiral Lee Sun-shin. That would have been terrible. Yes. Oh my! But this is meaningful.
Yes, and it ties into the exhibition message that, you know, the records Lee Sun-shin left aren't just a tribute to a historic figure. They're meant to really encourage people living through hard times even now. The museum director even framed it as a record that supports the hearts of people trying to overcome difficulties.
But what is it about Admiral Lee Sun-shin that makes him the hero figure in Korea, though?
Well, as you mentioned, Lee Sun-shin is, you know, the default definition of national hero. People talk about him with respect that almost instantly activates pride. He's often placed on the same top tier as King Sejong.
Yeah.
Yes, and his statue is also right in the middle of Seoul, Gwanghwamun Square, and his name shows up everywhere, bridges, schools, ships, streets. Even his posthumous title, Chungmugong, became so closely attached to him that most people hear Chungmugong and think only of Lee Sun-shin.
So let's talk about what Chungmu actually means.
It actually means loyal and martial. It's a title given to someone seen as fulfilling duty to the nation, defending order inside and defeating enemies outside. For a military figure, it's basically the highest kind of honor title. So it's not just for Lee Sun-shin, it's for actually many different people, but it's so closely tied to Lee Sun-shin.
So interesting is Chungmu used to be the old name from Tongyang.
Yes.
Where, of course, some of the most memorable battles took place, and it was called Chungmu because of that.
Yes.
And then if you go to Seoul's Chungmuro, that area, Chungmuro area, was where he was born.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's where, I mean, he could actually probably be a Jeonju Lee since I know so much about him.
Maybe he is your hero, SJ.
But what you said earlier, the exhibition shows him as a human, right? More of the human side here. So what kind of human life was it?
You actually mentioned it. You know, despite his victories, he actually faced a lot of suspicion, political jealousy, yes, and isolation. And at times, he had to run what was essentially a floating government, managing refugees, supplies, and discipline, all during the war.
Yeah, definitely so. And yet, I mean, his results are stuff of legends, right?
Yes, he's widely known for having fought at least 23 naval battles and winning them all.
Yep.
Yes, one of the most dramatic stories is Myeongnyang, where he led just 13 ships against a vastly larger Japanese fleet, and he ultimately died from a wound at Noryang, the war's final major battle. Both of those accounts have been made into films and television dramas if you want to check it out.
Right. I mean, he basically said, don't let the enemy know that I was...
나의 죽음을 적에게 알리지 마라.
So famous, right?
Yes.
I mean, he's remembered as someone that was undefeated, but he did also pay the price with his life.
Yeah, and that's why, you know, the exhibition focusing on his diaries really matters, I think, because you realize the undefeated record doesn't mean he wasn't afraid. It means he just kept going while being afraid. Basically the definition of courage.
Definitely so. And that's exactly the real definition of what courage is. And that's why so many people respect him and consider him the number one hero.
And it also explains why his writings are so valued. The 난중일기 isn't just a war log. It's a record of weather, even duty, exhaustion, longing for family, grief, and responsibility. It's so detailed that it became one of the most important historical sources of that era, and it's even recognized internationally as part of UNESCO's Memory of the World.
That's right. Crash over and asked, did he take that katana from the Japanese commander? No.
No, it was made for him.
It was made for him.
Yes.
So there was many other cultures had similar swords.
Yes, it's not a katana, it's a 장검.
장검, that's
Yes.
right. And it's a the one that we saw was a ceremonial one. That's
yes.
right. Angela, fantastic stuff here. Again, admission's free tomorrow. And so go check it out. I definitely want to check this out.
Take your son to
I might.
And happy birthday.
Angela, thank you so much for this. Have a fantastic rest of your night. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
And sending around to the studio, this is Chanmin with 파도 Wave.
Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
All right, it's time for our weekdays coffee break. Today's tidbit, and joining us in the studio, Angela. Angela, hello to you.
Hi, SJ.
Angela, I know a bit under the weather today.
Yes.
So I'm going to forego this small chit-chat that might make you either angry or, I don't know, random stuff that'll make your mind go crazy.
Now I'm curious.
I actually don't have anything prepared. What's our tidbit today?
How long have you worked at Arirang, SJ?
I came here back in 2012, I think. So 13 years?
Wow.
Yeah.
So I guess you could say you have your knowledge about Arirang. You know a bit about Arirang.
Like the people, yes. The company a little bit. Why?
Here's a quiz. Do you know what Arirang means?
With Ari. Arirang? With Ari. Whatever Ari means, with Ari.
What does Ari mean?
Arirang.
Okay. That's the thing. Everyone feels they know what Arirang means,
Yes.
but when you ask what it literally means, it gets complicated.
All right.
So if you're curious, stick around for today's tidbit because we're going to talk about Arirang.
Man, I hope that I don't get fired after today.
And also, we're going to talk about something really cool, Arirang meeting a Scottish folk classic like a cultural handshake with a dramatic soundtrack.
Arirang meets Scotland.
Yeah.
Okay, how?
Their performance happening this week. It's called Tether 2년, and it's an international cultural exchange show where 정선 아리랑 meets Scottish traditional folk song, especially Auld Lang Syne.
Okay, that's quite interesting.
Yeah, it's happening on December 18th at 5 p.m. at the Chongsan Culture and Arts Center, and it's a brand new piece created through a one-year collaboration between a Chongsan-based theater troupe called 극단산 or performance group Mountain and a Scottish group called Wonderfuls.
So when we hear tether,
Yes.
that's like being connected, right?
Exactly. The whole theme of the performance is connection through people, songs, and history being tied together over time. The story of the performance spans 60 years from 1919 to 1979 across 3 generations.
Whoa, 3 generations. So what's this about?
The stories of Korean exchange student Taehan and Glasgow boarding house daughter Jane, a Korean war veteran Mingguk and nurse Nancy, and Miso who visits Scotland to film a documentary intersect on stage with the melody of Arirang and Auld Lang Syne, showing the theme of tether that connects people, folk songs, and the history of 2 countries. And you wouldn't expect the 2 to come together, so I think it'll be really interesting.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, like it seems very random. Korea and Scotland, right? But it is very cinematic. But there's so many. For our listeners out there, there are many different kinds of arirangs. 정선 arirang is one of the more famous ones.
Yes.
But why 정선 arirang specifically, though?
Also, 정선 아리랑, also called the 정선 아라리, is often considered the oldest root of Arirang traditions. And this project is also meaningful because it's described as the first domestic case of an international cultural exchange performance centered on 정선 아리랑. So I think that's why they chose 정선 아리랑.
All right, so we have arirang and arangsin. Is that a song meaning, right? The meaning there. But for people listening, let's go back. What is Arirang?
Arirang is Korea's most iconic folk song that became a symbol. UNESCO's description is famous. There are about 60 different versions and roughly 3,600 variations. Did you know how many? There were that many? Because every region and community reshaped the song over time.
That's right. Again, Cheongsan Arirang happens to be one of them and one of the more famous ones. But I'll be honest with you, I didn't know there was 60 different versions.
Yes.
3,600 variations. And it's not just one mood, right?
Right. So people, assume Arirang is always sad and kind of like Han, heavy. What do you call Han? Like
Han is sorrow, kind of.
sorrow, like I don't know.
But there
deep
are
sorrow.
Yeah, but there
Yes.
are some Arirangs where it's joyful.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Historically, it wasn't always meant as a pure like sorrow anthem. Some versions were, in fact, work songs.
Yes.
Some were for gatherings. Some were actually just for play. Then later, Arirang became deeply tied to Korea's national emotion, especially through modern history.
Yeah, I remember seeing something where, back in the days when they're working in the farms, they're singing Arirang all together while they're working together. So it doesn't have to be, sorrow and anything like that. But what about the meaning? Let's go again. So I said something stupid, but
With Adi.
With Adi, what does Arirang mean?
So there's actually no single confirmed answer. There are multiple theories. One well-known hypothesis is linguistic. Adi may have meant something like beautiful, and Lang may have referred to a beloved one. So together it becomes my beloved.
So it's a romantic song.
Yeah, it could be.
This is the start of Korean ballads.
But one of the Arirang, the most famous Arirang has the lyrics. It's very romantic.
아리랑 쓰리 쓰리.
Not that one.
아리가 나네.
뭐지?
뭐지?
We'll talk about it in the second part.
All right. What about another
Yes.
interpretation?
Another interpretation connects it to the feeling words 아리다 and 쓰리다.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Like
like
an ache.
Exactly, a sharp ache. So 아리랑 becomes something like aching, and 아라리가 났네 becomes my heartache has flared up.
I've been singing that all the time, and I had no idea what that meant. 아리랑 쓰리 쓰리랑 아라리가 나네.
And then there are theories that it came from older local words like arari or even more far-reaching claims. Basically, arirang's meaning is a debate club that never ends.
Okay.
But
so,
now you know how to answer the question.
Yeah, but also, it's very mysterious, but I guess it's mysterious on purpose,
Yeah,
though.
because, it survives because it's so flexible. It can carry love, labor, separation, satire even, grief, hope, and, whatever emotion people needed to carry at the time.
Okay, so where does the Cheongsan Arirang fit into all of this, then?
So Cheongsan Arirang is a regional folk song tradition from Cheongsan, Gangwon-do province. It was designated in 1971 as Gangwon-do province's first intangible cultural heritage item.
Okay, so it's literally built for community work again, right? Turns and
Yes.
responses, right?
Yes, that's why pairing it with Sin is actually brilliant because Sin is also a communal song.
Oh.
Yes, people sing it at the stroke of midnight on New Year's, at farewells, graduations, even funerals. It's a song that says we were connected and we are still connected.
And that goes back to the whole tether idea.
Exactly. And fun fact, Arirang's been performed internationally too.
Yes.
It's connected internationally.
Yes.
There are even U.S. Army performances of Arirang, and one well-known story says the U.S. Army 7th Infantry Division adopted Arirang as an official march song in the mid-1950s while stationed in Korea.
You know what's so crazy? You mentioned this today because right before the show, I was on social media and there was a Korean War veteran from Turkey, I think. And he was very old. He was in his 90s and he was singing Arirang.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, that's beautiful. And then now you're talking about this.
That is cool.
It's just weird how the world works.
Yeah.
We're going to continue to talk about Arirang, and as we said, there are so many different Arirangs. But hey, did you know there's Ace with 진도 Arirang, the prequel? That's the 진도 Arirang, but the idol version of it.
Watch the performance video as well.
I have to say, I'm actually surprised how amazing that was. That was pretty good. All right, so we've got this performance missing Cheongsan Arirang and Sin.
Is that how they pronounce
I
it?
have no idea. If anyone knows how to properly pronounce this, Auld Lang Sin.
I thought it was all things sin.
Sin or sign.
You sign.
But Why is there so many different versions of Arirang?
Well, we mentioned it briefly because it's basically open source emotion songs. There are an estimated 60 versions and thousands of variations because communities kept rewriting the lyrics to match local life, depending on whether they lived in the mountains or, with villages, farming scenes, nearby rivers, or maybe they wanted to sing about love stories or breakups or even social satire, and Arirang made that all possible.
I'm going to make the Bumge Arirang. If there are so many variations, I'm going to make my own.
Maybe there is a 안녕 아리랑.
There's Gyeonggi Arirang. There's
Yeah,
Gyeonggi,
the
right? There's
Gyeonggi
Gyeonggi
아리랑 is the
Arirang.
most famous one.
So,
It's called the 본조 아리랑.
so that's... I don't know, Anyang is part of Gyeonggi, but I have to look into this. But again, we talked about the more famous ones, right?
Yes.
The one that, what is it? Jindo Arirang is one of those too?
진도 아리랑, the song we just heard is based off that one from a region strongly tied to 판소리. 진도 아리랑 was even in school textbooks for middle schoolers in the 2000s, and it was even a cell phone ringtone at one point.
Oh.
Yeah, so maybe that's why a lot of people are familiar with this one. What's a version you kept on singing?
Yeah, the one that I said, I don't know which version is 아리아리랑 쓰리쓰리랑 아라리가 났네.
I thought it was the other way. 아리아리랑 스리스리랑 아라리가 났네.
I learned it from some drama I watched, so I could be wrong.
Huh.
I could be wrong.
Or maybe there are two versions.
There are versions, I just don't know what are the names. So let's go through those, right?
Yeah, so some versions became especially famous. 정선 아리랑 as the oldest root story.
Yes.
본조 경기 아리랑 from Seoul as the widely recognized standard style. I think everyone knows this. 아리랑 아리랑.
아라리오.
Exactly.
Oh, it has so much Han.
Yes, and even the lyrics for this one is kind of sad.
It is.
Yeah, 아리랑 고개로 넘어간다. 나를 버리고 가시는 님은 심리도 못 가서 발병 난다. So basically my lover is walking away from me, but they won't be able to walk away because their feet are actually stopping them.
Imagine breaking up with somebody and go, I can't be with you anymore. And then you go, 아리아리랑. 아리랑, sing the 아리랑, 경기 아리랑. There's the, I heard about the 미량 아리랑.
Yes, many Koreans recognize this even if they don't know the full lyrics because it's been featured a lot in media or sports song. Can you sing it
날 좀
for us?
보소,
Yes.
날 좀 보소, 날 좀 보소.
Yes, that one is the 미량 아리랑.
Yes. It comes out in a lot. It comes again. I mean, it has like similar like tones.
But that's the thing. Everyone knows it. If you're a Korean, you've heard of it once.
Yes, we definitely have. And also, Arirang has this like historical weight,
Yes, yes, definitely. During the Japanese occupation, singing explicitly patriotic songs could be punished. So Arirang functioned as an unofficial resistance anthem. People sang it during the March 1st movement in 1919. And many occupation-era variants contain themes of injustice, labor hardship, and struggle.
Oh my goodness. You know what I just realized? The 본조 Arirang, the 경기 Arirang, that they usually sing that during the World Cup, during the World Cup.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
the most famous one.
That's right. I was like, where did I remember singing this song from?
And it's more slower.
Yes.
Yeah.
So overall, though, it's like a folk song, but it has cultural identity.
Yes, so that's why UNESCO comes in here. Arirang was listed by South Korea on UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage List in 2012. But get this, North Korea also submitted Arirang in 2014. So it's one of those rare cultural symbols that both sides acknowledge and even while divided.
Yeah, I'm sure. With their regions, their own
They probably
versions.
have a lot of versions too.
This is powerful.
Yeah, and since it has so much history and culture, there are a lot of fun facts related to it. The first known recording story is fun. An early recording was made in 1896 in the U.S. by an American ethnologist, capturing Korean singers performing what she labeled as an Arirang-type love song.
Okay.
Isn't that interesting?
I mean, again, we've heard that Arirang can be a love song.
Yes.
The original ballad song.
Yeah, and also in K-pop and Korean pop, Arirang isn't only covered, as we just heard, it's sampled, coded, referenced in intros and performance arrangements because, the refrain is instantly recognizable, and when something, just catches your ear, you want to listen to it again. So a lot of K-pop songs really use it a lot. So next time you're listening to a K-pop song, if something sounds familiar, maybe it's from Arirang.
That's right. right. So kind of finishing things off here. I know we started off with the question, what is Arirang and all that, but if you had to explain Arirang in one line to a non-Korean listener, what would you say to them?
Arirang is Korea's emotional folk song password.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, one melody, thousands of lives, really all into it with history. It's a Korean folk song with, 60 major versions, but really thousands of variations sung for work, play, grief, resistance, and unity. So it's still evolving today. So maybe, SJ, you can make your 범계 아리랑.
I wonder if you start singing 정선 아리랑 in Gyeonggi and be like, ooh, you're in the wrong town, boy. Singing wrong songs here.
Maybe that could be a
Go to Mirang and be like, oh, is that 정선 아리랑? Ooh.
Is that Chindo? You're in the wrong neighborhood.
No, wrong neighborhood. That's B from my block.
Make 범계 아리랑.
I'm going to have to make 범계 아리랑.
Now I want to dare you.
Angela, thank you very much for this fantastic stuff. I hope you feel better. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
And we talked about how a lot of K-pop songs, of course, sample different kinds of Arirang. This is one of the more famous ones. This is SG Wannabe with Arirang.
Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
And it's time for our weekdays coffee break. Today's tidbit. And joining us in the studio is a much better feeling Angela. Angela, hello to you.
Hi, SJ.
Good to see you feeling better.
Thank you.
Angela.
Yes.
I think I'm slowly losing my power as the dictator of this show.
Why?
Because now...
Were you a dictator?
I like to say that I was a dictator. But now packages are coming to our show, not under my name, but under Angela's name.
My first package.
Angela got a package today.
Yay.
From Buddy Boy over in Seattle.
This is amazing. Thank you so much first.
And it's bigger than the package I got from Buddy Boy this year.
Yay. Oh, he also sent you a package?
I got 2 boxes of Raisin Bran cereal. It was awesome. What is that?
He also sent a message for us, so I'll read it.
Okay.
But...
Is that...
I think it's tote bags.
Oh!
To Angela and TKI team, I remember when you were sad because someone poured a drink into your bag on the subway. Aw, thank you for remembering. I hope these items can make you feel better, even if they might not be as good as your original ones. The great information on new trends and culture combined with your cheerful voice truly makes for an excellent show that I really enjoy. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone on the wonderful Culture Inc. team, Buddy Boy.
Buddy Boy, the bag that was ruined was a Chanel. You're supposed to bring...
No, it wasn't.
Supposed to...
What are you talking about?
You have to send a new Chanel bag.
But he sent one for everyone on the team.
Nice.
Thank you so much. This is so heartwarming. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Yes, we really appreciate it.
Next time, send it under my name. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Aww.
That's nice. We're feeling the holiday spirit, right?
Christmas spirit.
That's right. That's
wonderful.
right.
Thank you so much.
Angela, with that said, what's our tidbit today?
Well, we've been talking about letters.
Yes.
If you could send a message to your favorite celebrity,
yes,
who would you send it to, and what would you send, and would you want a reply?
Yes.
What would you send to who?
I would like to send a letter.
A long letter?
No, not a long letter. I'm a person of few words. Oh my goodness, you're putting me on the spot here. There's many people I want to write a letter to.
Just the first person that popped up into your head right now.
I want to send a letter to Lee Jae-young.
Okay, celebrity.
Oh, it has to be celebrity?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like sports, I don't know, singer, an athlete, an actor.
I mean, lately, as I got old, I never really got into celebrities, and I met, one of my favorite singers, and so I got that out of the way. Maybe, I don't know, like Yoo Jae-suk? I never became you. But invite me to your show. I don't know. I never thought about this.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what if I told you that a lot of K-pop fans are basically already doing that through a paid messaging app?
Oh, I've heard about this.
You have?
I have.
Yes, it's called Bubble. Officially, it's Dear You Bubble, and it's basically the poster child of modern non-face-to-face fandom culture, a whole ecosystem which we'll hopefully get into today in today's tidbit.
Yeah, I've heard about this. There's a number of apps out there, but I've
Yes.
also heard about Bubble. And
Why have you heard of it?
well, I heard about the controversy involving certain baseball players.
Sports fans,
Yes.
yes. So Bubble started as an idol fan thing, but now
Yes.
you'll see versions like Bubble for actors and even Bubble for sports, as you mentioned. So yes, actors and even now athletes can get into it.
Yeah, okay. So like what is it? Explain it to me like I'm 5. That's what I did. When I read Steven's book, 90 days to learn about portainers, and I had no idea what a portainer was, what a docker was. I wrote on ChatGPT, explain to me what a portainer is, like I'm a 5-year-old.
Okay.
And explain to me like a 5-year-old. What's a bubble?
It's a monthly subscription service, usually around 4,501 to 5,001 per artist per month. So basically
that's cheap,
$2 to
okay.
$3. You subscribe to the celebrity you want, and you receive messages directly from the celebrity, texts, emojis, photos, sometimes even voice notes or short videos.
I have a feeling. Is it really from them?
Yeah, it is really from
It's
them.
really from
it's
them?
really from them, but it's not one-to-one.
Okay.
Yes. It looks one-to-one. It looks like you're talking directly to, only you are talking to the celebrity, but it's usually one-to-many. So the celebrity sends one message to their fans, and thousands of fans receive it in a chat layout that feels like, famous chat applications. Your screen says they're texting me, even though it's the same message going out to everyone.
And here I am responding to all your messages through my personal Instagram for free. What am I doing here for free? You guys know this? I respond to all your messages for
That's
free.
right. Maybe get more popular.
Yes.
You can have your own bubble platform.
I might do that.
I don't know who might subscribe to it.
Angie's gonna be doing all the responses, by the way. I'm not gonna. My fingers are too famous for this.
Yeah, but the whole thing is there are mechanics about this that shape how fans behave.
Yes.
For example, fans can usually send a limited number of replies based on the idol's most recent message. So few reply chances refresh after time, so you can't spam your favorite idol.
Okay.
Also, your subscription has an anniversary counter, so fans track how many days they've been together, so to speak. So it's cute. It's also very powerful psychology. It makes it feel like you have a personal relationship with your favorite celebrity.
Okay. So it's a relationship interface?
It is.
Can
It
we
is
put it
kind
that
of,
way?
yeah. That is a good way to put it. And as we mentioned earlier, this platform expanded. There's now Bubble for actors, Bubble for sports, which is why you mentioned baseball players. And yes, you also mentioned that friction happened.
Yeah,
because
let's
of
talk.
that as
Yeah,
well.
let's talk about the friction that happens.
So, idol fandom culture has its own norms, right? You have frequent updates from your favorite celebrity, you have expectation management, which is why this platform worked for idols. But in sports, fans often don't want a paid pseudo chat culture. There was even recent case where a baseball player style communication app got backlash and had to pause, partly because it felt rushed and poorly coordinated, and fans weren't convinced it fit the actual baseball fan culture.
Yeah.
So K-pop fandom culture is increasingly a lifestyle for many people, but that doesn't mean every fandom wants the same format.
I can imagine where the controversy will arise, right? And I've heard again, I couldn't believe that baseball players were doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But happen to know the person who started it, and it just...
Really?
Yes, I do. But anyways...
Yeah, but there are positive aspects. These platforms sometimes go viral when they're shared online. For instance, actors Lee Dong-wook and Park Bo-young used the platform last December during the aftermath of martial law to encourage their fans on the street protesting by saying dress warmly or don't give up, spring will come. And in those cases, the platform becomes a space for emotional support as well.
Okay, so in that sense, it's good.
Yeah.
Right?
And Bubble can also make or break a rookie's reputation. One fun recent example is the rookie boy group Kickflip, especially their leader called Kaehoon. Fans joked, "I don't know his face, but I know his bubble." And that was actually the case for me as well. He's known for being extremely active and sweet in his messages. It's kind of funny, so much that it became part of the group's brand. And the reason reason it became so funny is because he said he thought it was a romance drama setting at first, so he needed to act a part. And later on, he studied drama lines to send to his fans, and it became this really funny meme. So it's a case that made the group well known, but it's also the unique non-face-to-face fandom culture well known to the it made it well known to the public as well.
Chris Rhodes says, I've had Eunha's bubble for nearly 1,000 days now. She usually pops on when she's waiting for a food delivery.
Yeah, that happens a lot. So idols usually just pop up randomly in your daily life saying, I'm doing something, what are you doing? And they might suggest what to eat for dinner. And he mentioned counting days. So you can see that on the app, how many days you subscribe to a certain celebrity.
Okay. Are there other major non-face-to-face fandom tools besides Bubble?
Yeah, there are similar paid messaging services called From, plus platforms like Weverse.
That's right.
Yes, DMs, official communities, and beyond applications, non-face-to-face fandom includes online pop-ups, live streams, digital voting, fan-created content, and so much more we'll get into after a sound break.
That helps. Guys, do you guys also DM other DJs on Arirang Radio too? Do I respond better than everyone else? I want to know. Have I been giving out free services? I want to know if all the other DJs are responding to your messages. Let me know right now. I need answers. You talked about Kickflip. Let's listen to one of their songs. This is Kickflip with My First Love Song, 처음 불러보는 노래. So there's a difference between responding from the chat and DMs, right?
Yes.
So sometimes we get DMs. So Edward, I think when you mean by super responsive, and also Steven from Florida. Because Steven, I don't think you've ever DM'd me. You're talking about messages coming on the board. I'm talking about personal DMs.
Yeah, personal DMs on personal accounts.
That's right. So
SJ, make your own bubble.
No. I don't want to be hurt by the low number of subscribers. But again, we're talking about this unique sort of aspect of fandom culture. But what's the next lane in non-face-to-face fandom?
I wonder if you've heard of this one. 영통 팬싸.
So,
oh, you've heard of it.
Is it 팬사인회?
Yes, it's 영상통화 팬사인회 or video call fan signs.
So in the U.S., you could pay money to have celebrities send you a message,
It's
video
different.
message.
It's
So
different.
I was gonna say it's similar but different,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
So this is a COVID invention actually that never left. It exploded during the pandemic when in-person fan signs were impossible, and even after things reopened, it stayed because it solved a real problem of accessibility. So it's basically you're having a fan sign event through video call on live. With your favorite celebrity, but you're not actually getting a sign. You're just getting a video call with your favorite celebrity.
What am I doing here showing my face for free right now?
Well, you're not having a video call.
Well, I mean, it's on video.
Well, it's not one-to-one.
It's not one-to-one. Bubble's not one-to-one either. It's one to 59.
영통 팬싸 is. It's
Here's my
one-to-one.
signature. Here's my signature. Why do fans like it so much?
Well, three big reasons. First, if you're overseas or outside of Seoul, you don't have to pay to travel in hotels. You don't have to actually go there in person to, talk to your favorite celebrity.
But isn't that the best part? Actually, meet them,
But you can have a
smell
video.
them. I mean, you
Oh
don't.
my
You don't do that,
goodness.
but
I was low-key freaked out right now. I was low-key so freaked out by that. And actually, 영통 팬싸 can feel more personal. Some formats give about 1 minute and 30 seconds of one-to-one time, which can be longer than actually a rushed in-person line.
Oh, what is it, Chris? Chris, you did that.
Oh, he did it.
Yeah, he was talking in broken Korean and they were speaking in broken English and stuff like that. I remember him doing that.
And the third big reason is you can screen record your fan sign. So in some in-person fan signs, filming is restricted, but on a video call, if the rules allow it, fans can keep that moment forever, rewatch it, and even share it and make their favorite artist go viral. So why not?
Has that affected offline events too, where you could?
No.
No,
but it has affected offline events in different ways. This is where the vocabulary gets fun. Have you ever heard of 폼님 and 버튼님?
폼?
폼님.
Is it from Foam? No, wait. That's from. No, wait. What is that called again?
폼님. Can you guess?
Pom?
폼님.
Like pom 잡다?
So let me get to explain it as your 5-year-old.
Okay.
So back in the day, fans literally lined up overnight for music show attendance. Do you remember when that happened?
Yes.
Yes. Now a lot of that moved to first come, first served online applications. So 폼님 means form Olympics.
A form.
Yes,
Okay.
you submit a form the second it opens. 버튼님 is basically you're tapping a button in an application at a specific time, like your life depends on
like
it.
what you do all the time.
But that's ticketing. That's
it's different.
completely
Okay, okay.
different. And it's first come, first served online. So the faster you get it in, the faster higher chance you have of actually attending these offline events.
Okay, so it's kind of like almost like concert tickets, buying concert tickets or bus tickets. Bus tickets. You don't have to wait outside anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Kind of like that.
So everything is done digitally.
Exactly. So so people don't actually have to wait outside anymore, but more digital sprinting. If you win a pre-recording slot, you still often have to show up early near the broadcasting stations for ID checks and lines. But the difference is it's more organized now, and sometimes you don't have to wait for hours outside in the cold.
Exactly. Especially during the winter time, it's good.
Yes, and another culture expanded out of that. Idols try to repay fans for that effort with something called 역조공. So they bring snacks or little gifts or mini fan moments to their fans.
Yeah.
So fandom has become more structured, more event-like, thanks to these non-face-to-face, cultures expanding.
All right, so I got a mix of both. So I want to ask you, like is this good or bad?
What do you think?
I mean, I do see some bad in it too,
Yeah,
right?
but you
Because
do
you get
see
taken
some good.
advantage. I
Yeah.
I definitely do see stuff that's good, but I also do see some bad too.
Yeah.
Like agencies taking advantage.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, but it's both. It's both good and bad. It can be genuinely joyful, especially for overseas fans like our listeners. It's also a new kind of labor for celebrities. They're expected to be emotional present on demand. And for fans, it can create comfort, but, sometimes also over-attachment. Consumer
okay.
pressure, sometimes disappointment as well.
Because look, you paid, right? And you want something back.
Yeah. And for instance, in the case of Bubble, some fans openly say the frequency of your idol appearing on the platform matters. If an artist barely posts, they unsubscribe. And some artists have actually paused messaging services because they felt they weren't providing enough for a paid product or because boundaries were getting crossed. So, you have to do it just the right amount.
Yeah, Iris is like messaging me way too many these days. I'm gonna have to start charging her for DMing me. Keeps DMing me with threats and
If you want a reply from SJ, pay.
Iris, you heard that? Stop messaging me now.
Yeah. But so think of it like more just, a fan club newsletter with a kind of personal vibe, not a real relationship.
Yes.
Enjoy it, but don't let it ruin, your emotional budget. And companies and platforms also need better rules and protections because, the more direct access you offer, the more you need boundaries on both sides.
That's right.
So enjoy these non-face-to-face fandom culture as much as you can, but, don't overdo it.
Appreciate my free services, ladies and gentlemen. Angela, fantastic stuff here. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic rest of your night. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
And sending her out of the studio, this is Stacy with Bubble. All right, it's time for a coffee break. Today's tipping and joining us in the studio as always, Angela. Angela, hello to you.
Hi, SJ.
Angela,
Yes.
did you knit that yourself?
No, I didn't.
Now every time I see like some sort of knitted clothes,
Oh, now that I come to think of, I should have worn something I knitted today
why?
because we're going to talk about stuff related to that.
What's our tippet today?
Do you like handmade items, SJ?
It depends.
Have you tried?
I like handmade burgers.
Oh, okay.
수제버거.
Have you tried handmade crafts, arts?
Have I made it?
Like, have you tried it?
Yeah, when I was a kid in elementary school in art class.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I was young. But I realized I have, we call it 손재주.
Yeah.
I'm not very good with my hands.
I'm not very good with my hands either.
Like, it's bad.
But I have fond memories of pottery, doing like pottery sessions in school when I was in the US.
You did pottery? You had pottery? in your school?
Yeah, we had
New York City education is always short of money, and so we can't do pottery. Our idea.
Madison, Wisconsin had pottery classes.
We have finger painting.
Oh yeah, we did finger painting.
The finger turkeys and stuff like
Yeah.
that. No, but I don't remember doing a lot of that stuff. But I know for you
Yeah.
like knitting, speaking of which, right?
And lately it's really not just me. More people are either really buying handmade pieces or trying to make things themselves. So, which is why a lot of people are really looking forward to the 2025 K Handmade Fair this year.
K Handmade Fair?
Yeah, it's really big. You've never heard of it.
Don't you have stuff like that at the flea market? Like everything is handmade, right? Is
Yeah.
it like that, or is it more intense? Is it like next level?
It's next level.
Okay.
That's why we're talking about it.
Okay.
So it's way bigger than a casual weekend market like you just mentioned. It's considered Korea's largest and longest running handmade specialty exhibition. So it's both a business platform and a public-facing cultural festival, really. You get creators, small brands, consumers all in one place, meeting, to share ideas, to discover trends, like knitting is on trend these days, and sometimes even finding collaboration opportunities.
So I mean, it's a big event.
Yes, it's bigger than you thought, right? Yes. And the timing is perfect because it runs starting today, December 18th through Sunday, December 21st for 4 days at COEX Hall B.
Oh, guys, if it's at the COEX Hall, like it's big. It's
yes.
big. It's
like
ginormous.
all the major fairs or seminars, they all happen at COEX in Korea.
Yeah.
And the theme this year is really poetic. December, the pages of happiness. In Korean, it's 매듭달 행복의 페이지. It's basically saying December is the month to tie the year up into a neat knot and start a new page with something warm and, in this case, handmade.
Jeez.
Why?
Jeez, for it's very poetic. They're very artistic with the words too. So what can you see at the fair?
The range is huge, really. The exhibition categories into craft, design and art, interior and design accessories, fashion and accessories, materials and tools, beauty, performances, and other handmade content. So basically, if you made it, you can see it at the fair.
Performances?
Yeah.
What do you like artistic knitting?
That could be a performance. Why not?
Imagine, guys, right? There's like a naked person and you're knitting their clothes.
And you're seeing it in real time.
And you're seeing it real time. That kind of performance, or like artist performance, like singing. Ah.
Well, yeah, those kinds of performances.
So this
as
is
well.
big. If you have performances, it's big.
Yeah, you're not only seeing objects, and they position handmade as a whole culture, not just products, but also the shopping is a big part of the culture as well. Yes, you'll see trendy handmade finished goods, a lot of DIY kits as well, so people can just buy the kits and try the handmade.
Well, I could imagine everything be do-it-yourself, right?
Yeah.
It's part of handcraft stuff.
Will you try it?
Depends.
And lots of supplies and parts all in one place, so very good for people interested in that. Plus, there are also hands-on craft experience areas, so you can actually try making something instead of, just admiring it.
All right, so now for anyone interested, let's get the practical info. You need the time, tickets, right? All of that stuff.
So visiting hours are from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. all day. Ticket prices are simple. General admission is 10,000 won, and pre-registered tickets are 8,000 won. Early birds get cheaper crafts. So if you are interested, maybe for next year you can get the early bird tickets.
Okay. Are there any special discounts? I mean, it's not that expensive, but still, though, there are discounts?
Yes. Test taker ticket discount event.
Is that still on?
Yes, for 2026 CSAT applicants or 수능, people who took 수능 this year. If you bring your exam slip on site, you can buy a ticket at 50% off. So really, it's a bargain.
Very nice.
It's an on-site thing only, and it doesn't apply to online pre-sale. So details are on the official homepage and its Instagram if you're interested.
So it sounds like a nice way for students to unwind after exams, because I know, you do need to, relax and stuff like that. It helps you relax. So same way.
Exactly. And beyond shopping, the fair also has a seminar program. And this is important. The seminars are free if you have an entry ticket.
Oh, okay. And like, what kind of seminar topics are we talking about?
What would you imagine a seminar at a handmade fair?
How to be an extreme knitter.
Yeah.
How to be...
There are...
How to make money by knitting.
There are seminars like that. So they're surprisingly practical. Topics include copyright and contract basics in the craft field.
Okay.
Everything
See,
you
okay,
need.
so like business stuff.
Flea market A to Z. There's also motivational ones. Nothing is useless, so dare to try. SJ. Maybe you could try knitting. How handmade studios run crowdfunding without outsourcing. There's even master artisan hand knitting seminars, like something you just mentioned. So, storytelling and digital marketing, all very, on trend, on brand, things that people need these days if they're into arts and craft, handmade objects, or they want to, expand their handmade craft business.
There is still a market. I mean, in a world where everything is being mass produced, right? There is still market for handmade stuff.
Exactly.
But for many people, it's very difficult and scary to delve into that market. And when you have professionals teaching you how to do all this, run a business and all that stuff, I think it'll be very helpful. So it makes sense that they have seminars.
Yeah.
But it's not like, I keep mentioning like knitting, because that's the only thing I could think of. But like, it wouldn't be just like how to make a candle or like how to knit. Like one-on-one.
No. It's really built for everyone. Yes. From working professionals and exhibitors to really aspiring creators, YouTubers.
Yes.
They can also learn how to, expand their business, or maybe not even business. Maybe they just want to share their arts and crafts to the world. They can learn how to do that at the fair. So, it's also for hobby beginners who just want inspiration. They're not sure what to do. They want to try something, but knitting might not be their thing. Maybe they could try watercolor painting or pottery.
Yes.
Or weaving. I don't know. What would you?
Oh, geez, weaving. Oh.
Puppet making?
No. You know what? I've always wanted to paint.
Really?
Like Bob Ross. But I am the least artistic person.
It doesn't matter.
I would like to do
You
that
can
one
also
time.
try.
I would like to do
I
it.
tried oil painting once.
Oh, that's what I meant. Oil
Yeah,
painting. Because I'm bad at water painting. I've done that in elementary
It's really
school.
fun. The thing is with oil painting is you can just do it. You can just try it out and, admire what you have.
Yeah, and there's a lot of classes, right? Like one-day classes for that.
Yeah, and so if you're interested in that, the handmade fair just might be for you.
I might do that. But I know that, we talk about crafts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's much more than just knitting. But I've noticed that there's been like a lot of people getting into this. Like, why
Yes.
is handmade stuff having a big moment right now? Like, people have always done this. Like, I've done this in elementary school. Everyone does this, right?
Yeah, but I think it's more the fact that the meaning has shifted. Handmade is slow, right? It creates a new kind of value. Like, it's small. It's something you can actually experience and feel. It can be a casual hobby or even a potential startup idea. And, what's important is that it's also artwork that expresses your identity while being useful at the same time. And that's why the Handmade Fair calls itself both a trend-spotting business platform and a festival made by hands meeting hands.
손에 손 잡고.
I knew you'd sing that song. When I was writing this, I was thinking SJ is going to sing that song.
I can't help it.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
Yeah, and handmade is being re-seen also as something modern, especially with younger audiences these days. Have you heard hip tradition?
As a non-hip person, no, I have not heard about this.
There's a new vibe people are calling hip tradition, where traditional Korean aesthetics show up in trendy, everyday forms. Can you think of some of them?
Where traditional Korean aesthetics show up in trendy, hanbok?
Yeah, 개량 한복.
Right,
People
개량
wear
한복.
it these days.
What is it? Oh my goodness. Like furniture. The 차게?
Yeah,
차게, right?
definitely.
That's what it is, right? Using mother of pearl.
Yeah.
But that's very professional though. Stuff like that.
Yeah, and something we also mentioned on the show before.
What is it?
Museum goods.
Oh yes.
Yes, so at the National Museum.
That's
young
right.
people, young people who once felt traditional crafts were too old-fashioned or too expensive because, they require professionals to make it, are now engaging through accessible products, like think of merchandise inspired by heritage motifs, materials, or techniques. And the key is it's not just nostalgia, it's really redesign, traditional techniques reinterpreted for modern lifestyles. So I think handmade is really appearing in the modern life these days in various ways. We can see it everywhere, and really it's not as far away as you think it is.
Okay, looks like we're going to continue to talk about some deep stuff going on here. Talking about handmade stuff, and I said I wanted to do oil painting. This is 4 Minute with Canvas. Talking about a big fair for handmade items. Made it up over in London. Says I crocheted a hat once. Got snowed in while snowboarding a few days, and one of the girls I was with taught me.
Wow.
It came out really nice, so I tried to make one for then girlfriend, and it was awful.
But his first hat came out nice, right? That's what he's saying, right?
I think no, it was all the same time. Oh, it came out really nice. So okay. Yeah. It came out because someone was helping him make it, and then he went on his own.
Crocheting is difficult. I find crocheting much more difficult than knitting.
Oh, are they different?
Yeah, we talked about it on coffee break.
I don't even remember what we talked about yesterday.
Crocheting is one needle, and knitting is 2 needles.
Oh.
Yeah.
How do you do it with one?
It's a hook.
Oh.
So you're like threading through to make chains.
Yeah. Now I remember. Guys, man, my memory, seriously. When we say craft, right? That word pops up a lot. What does that exactly mean? Because for me, when you say arts and craft, it's just doing stuff with your hands.
Yeah.
But is there other meanings?
Well, traditionally, craft is something made with artistic design and technique that gives comfort and pleasure. That is the official definition. But it also needs to have practical function in daily life. So it's not only beautiful, it's usable as well. And it carries the spirit of its time, the history, the customs, the lived experience. That's why traditional crafts aren't just decorative. They're basically history you can hold. And there are a lot of objects around us that, are handmade and are crafts, but we don't think of them as crafts because they just look like, usable objects to us.
So let's talk about Korean traditional crafts, right? What are some of the main characters? I feel like there's so many out there.
You actually mentioned one during the first part, 나전칠기.
Oh, yes?
Yes. So Korean crafts can be classified into many, many types, often listed around 18 categories.
Ooh.
Ceramic crafts, metal crafts, lacquerware with mother-of-pearl inlay, which we talked about, paper crafts like hanji. Hanji making is also a craft,
I thought of one. Starcraft.
Okay. Starcraft. That's the late 20th century craft.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes. Wood crafts, leather crafts, textile, dyeing, embroidery, jewelry even can be a craft.
Yes.
I was into jewelry making once.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Making instruments is a craft.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's a big craft.
It is.
It's major stuff
so
out there.
much more, really. Everything you can think of made with your hands might be a craft.
So I think we talked about this with Kot too.
Yeah.
Some of the best made stuff, top tier stuff, are handmade.
Exactly. That's also a craft, right?
So it does feel like handmade crafts are being seen differently than before then.
Definitely. And here's the twist. Global interest in Korean craft has been strong for a while, maybe even more in places outside of Korea than inside. Overseas collectors and museums love things like moon jars, mother of pearl lacquerware, and celadon. And tourists also fill up craft workshops these days. Korean craft has long been respected abroad. As I mentioned, sometimes more than at home because younger domestic audiences used to see it as too heavy or too expensive, too only heritage focused, but that's really shifting within Korea as well.
So where can people find Korean traditional crafts nationwide? Where do we go if you want like K-craft core? I mean, young people be talking about core, right? That's the thing you guys talk about all the time. Like, where do we find that stuff?
If I tell you, will you go?
No.
Okay, well, let me tell you four iconic craft regions that are often recommended. Maybe our listeners can check them out when they visit Korea. First, Gangwon Island
I like to go to Gangwon-do.
is famous
Okay.
for hamunseok. Have you ever heard of this before?
No.
So hamunseok are flower pattern woven mats made from rush. So I have prepared.
Oh.
Yeah, every Korean knows this.
Yeah.
You go to your grandmother's house and these are on the floor during the summer.
Yeah, it's nice
Yeah.
and cool.
Yeah, and there are cultural centers where you can learn the history and try weaving hamunseok yourself if you go to Gangwon
Oh
Island.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Those are very colorful hamunseok versions.
That looks very modern though.
It is. The
It is, right?
colors, right?
Yeah.
But like usually they have Hanmun like Chinese characters in the middle and very different Korean designs around it. So depending on who makes it, it's all different and it's a traditional craft.
Where else can we go?
We mentioned it, Hanji. But
Yes.
do you know there's a place in Korea that's very famous for Hanji?
I would assume so. I just don't know where.
You've been there.
Oh, Jeonju?
Yes.
Okay.
Jeonju, traditional paper known for durability, hanji, sometimes called paper that lasts 1,000 years.
Yep.
Which is true. It's been used in houses and they still are up there.
No, also
Yeah.
like all those books written,
Yes, exactly.
centuries and centuries ago, it's still perfectly intact, right?
I suddenly remembered I tried paper making when I was in school as well.
I'm telling you, New York City, what are you guys doing?
But yeah, if you ever try that and you want to try hanji making, you can do that because museums in Jeonju show the whole process and also offer hands-on experiences.
And what else?
Third, you can go to Tongyang for mother of pearl lacquer.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Because all the shellfish and
Yes,
stuff like
Tongyang
that.
is near the sea. So in Korean, it's called 나전칠기. Recently, this was also gifted, right? 나전칠기 was gifted.
During the APEC summit.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. And you can try making it or you can see.
No, really?
Yeah, or you
Can-
can
can-
see artisans making it in person if you just time it right.
Oh, guys, this is gonna be hard. Oh my goodness, look how cool that is.
Isn't that cool? Sometimes if you go to grandmother's house in Korea, you can often see like wardrobes made of najeonchigi.
Yes.
Yeah, so these days that's actually considered also very hip. Going back to the hip tradition.
No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's really.
And that's the process of making it. So if you visit museums in Tongyang, you can see the craftsmanship up close and, as I mentioned, do the inlay experience.
That's beautiful. I've always been fascinated with that.
Really?
Yeah, I just can't do it, but I've always been fascinated. I can't believe someone said, well, those shellfishes, like those oyster shells, they're shiny in the inside. Let's try to take parts of that and make something out of it.
That is incredible.
It's it's
creativity,
No, it really
right?
is, right? So it's weave, paper, shine, bamboo.
We didn't mention bamboo.
We did, didn't we? Isn't that with the 돗자리?
하문석, but there's also different bamboo crafts.
Oh, there is?
In Tamyang.
Oh, Tamyang is famous for bamboo, yeah.
But you can walk through the bamboo forest, but also see bamboo craft items, again, at museums. Weaving goods like hamunseok, but also, the cooling pillow.
Yes.
슈puin.
Again,
Yeah,
yes.
that's a craft.
It is a craft.
Yeah.
It is a craft.
Yeah, and so, all of this really connects back to the fair I mentioned earlier. Events like K-Handmade Fair are where tradition meets variation and where the domestic market can grow alongside global attention. So Korean craft is expanding its spectrum, reinterpreting techniques, showing up in modern design spaces, and, also becoming part of contemporary lifestyle.
As a handcrafter, are you going to be going to this fair?
I went last year.
Ah.
This year, sadly, I can't.
I will be doing a different kind of craft. Starcraft tonight.
That's also a craft.
Angela, thank you very much for this. Have a fantastic rest of your night. We'll see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
And sending her out of the studios, take a listen to a song here from Stray Kids with Doodle Changbin.